The newest HP Pavilion gaming laptop has an unorthodox, almost bizarre, look. But under the hood, it means business for office-goers and not-so-serious gamers, just like the laptop above. The NVIDIA 1650Ti is a tad bit slower than the 1660Ti. For example, it runs The Witcher 3 at 45 frames per second, which is less than the latter. Also, you can't run a lot of games in the 4K. So far, the Wolfenstein Youngblood runs at 35 frames per second in 4K. The CPU is obviously not impressive at all if you compare it with the rest of the laptops in this list. The Intel Core i5 10th Gen with its 2.50 GHz clock power has an average CPU mark of 8,764. This is lower than the same Core i5 9th generation. It has 8 threads and 4 cores, which justifies the performance. However, considering its specs and price point, the laptop does not seem to miss a point. For heavy 4K video editing, you can blindly trust it. The 8GB RAM works well. I just don't understand why it has a 256GB SSD. Such low storage space could mean only one thing: you'd have to buy an external hard drive or spend extra to replace this one with a 512GB SSD. I like the cooling system and the fact that the vents are at the back and quite large. But on peak performance, you should expect the fans to go completely bonkers. That is actually understandable. The keyboard returned no problem for me. The touchpad did, unfortunately, in terms of response, only a minute bit. It feels cheap and does not feel rubbery or fluid. It has a commendable screen but with only a 60Hz screen, which is a letdown, to be honest.